All right, so a few hours ago, or just a few minutes ago actually, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Marietta Opong, held a press conference to give details of the findings in the report that covered the fire outbreak at the Tema Central Medical Stores. And our reporter who sat through the press conference has joined us in studio for an interview to tell us exactly what was in the report and then any other detail that the Attorney General revealed at that press conference. And we want to say a good afternoon to Josephine Frimpong. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And thank you very much for joining us. To start with, we are told that we are told by the Attorney General that the main cause of the fire was an act of arson, and that the person who caused it, we're told, is on the run or so. But what other details can you give us with regard to that report?
Yes, with the report, the Attorney General explained to us that there were other serious malpractices and a kind of embezzlement that went on at the Central Medical Stores. She mentioned that the found investigation revealed that some drugs which were in good shape were mislabeled and described as expired products and which were sold to other pharmacies in the private firms. Some drugs were also the anti-malaria drug, especially were diverted to Nigeria, Abidjan, by alleged staffs of Central Medical Stores. Currently, about 11 names have popped up. 11 names who are senior management staff and junior management staff have been interdicted, and government has directed that they prepare dockets for them for quick prosecution. So the police, the Ghana Police Service, the Criminal Investigation Department and BNI will undertake that particular prosecution.
Okay. Did they mention anything about whether they've been able to arrest any of these names that they mentioned?
They have picked the 11 people, but the key person that, according to the Ministry of Health, that is Samuel Dobe, who is a laborer, is on the run. So we are looking out for him. But according to the minister, if they get hold of Samuel Dobe, much more, I think things will be more clearer for them to know where exactly to pinpoint things. So investigation is still ongoing, but prosecution of the 11 people will start today. And meanwhile, the statement also pointed out certain lapses in terms of fire prevention. According to the statement, a day before the fire incident, that is 13th of January, the fire service, the Tema Regional Fire Service, went to the Central Medical Stores to alert them, actually warn them that they have a problem with fire safety mechanisms, so they should watch that out. So the next three staffs of Ministry of Health, the three of them's names have also been named, and they have also been interdicted for failure to comply with the directive that was given by the fire service. And also the Metropolitan Health Directorate, together with the Metropolitan Assembly, also gave them a warning concerning they had a habit of burning bushes in front of the medical stores. You know, it's an old facility, so we even have fuel tankers parking line up in front of the facility. So that warning was also sent to them, but I think they didn't heed to the advice, and it happened. So currently, what I can say is that the report is telling us that prosecution will start with 11 people, but if they can get hold of Samuel Dobe, much more, I think things will be...
Information will come out. Okay, we also have visuals from that press conference, so let's listen exactly to what the Attorney General said, and also the Health Minister, Alex Segwefia. Then we'll come back in studio to conclude the interview.
Established that the fire was deliberately set and that property damaged was worth millions of Ghana cedis. In all, 5 warehouses storing general pharmaceuticals, surgical dressing materials, stationery, and other items were destroyed. The suspected arsonist, one Samuel Dobe, a laborer at CMS, is currently at large and is being sought for by the security agencies. According to the report of National Security, the fire was deliberately set to destroy evidence of theft and massive fraud and widespread irregularities in the procurement and distribution of medical supplies involving senior management and junior staff. It is believed that Samuel Dogbe was paid to set the fire in order to destroy the evidence.
There's a special audit team that is going to go into place, and that was the investigation. The investigation was as a result of part of an audit that had been carried out. So when the special audit team is put in place, it will delve into those issues as well. And if there are any prosecutions that are supposed to, or interdictions that are supposed to arise from that, that will also form part of the special audit team's report.
Okay, so the last gentleman who spoke is Alex Segwefia, Ghana's health minister. Before him, we had the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Marietta Brew Apia Opong. We didn't hear, however, the bit about insurance and what would go into whether or not that facility and the medical items in there were insured. Let me come back in studio and speak to Josephine. Did that come up? Issues of insurance?
Sure, we asked the Minister of Health about insuring the facility, and he confirmed that the place had not been insured, so the cost is going to go straight to government. They have to bear all that cost. And also the investigation also proved that the facility itself should not, henceforth, I mean going forward, we shouldn't use that place for a warehouse because it wasn't even conducive for
medical
that.
supplies and
exactly
items, okay.
Exactly, and the way they had managed the place was also poorly, I mean, done.
And then did they talk about compensation for some of the people who were affected by the fire?
They didn't mention compensation. I think investigation is still ongoing with it, so probably that might come up. But I think generally it was just the interdiction, the prosecution, and the way forward and how to get Samuel Dogbe.
Okay.
That was what.
And finally, decentralization. Was it mentioned? Because we are told that that was Ghana's only hub of storing medical supplies, then for onward distribution to the various regions. We are told that they want to build other medical stores, so it will be more region based. Is that the explanation they
Exactly, Martin. That also came out with the report. Suggestions have been made that henceforth we should begin to decentralize everything to the other regions to have it. It should not be just stopped in Tema and just say that this Tema Central Medical Store. So they are going to look into that and develop other regional bases so that they can quickly go there. The hospital and the managers can quickly have access to it. They wouldn't have to travel all the way to Tema for their medical supplies.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Josephine Frimpong is TV3's Tema correspondent and also sat through the press conference just ended, was held by the Attorney General to give details into the report about the central medical stores that burnt early last year. That was last year, January, about a year ago on the 14th.